Have you ever felt like despite having living parents, you essentially grew up emotionally alone? Like no one really saw you, understood you, or was there for you during your hardest moments? If this hits home, you're not alone. Millions of people live with this silent reality of emotional abandonment. Today, we're diving into the signs that you might be feeling like an emotional orphan, even though your parents are still alive. 1. You learn to figure everything out alone from childhood. From a young age, you had to solve your own problems. When you cried, no one came to ask what was wrong. When you needed help with homework, you figured it out yourself. Now, you struggle to ask for help because you simply never learned that was an option. 2. Your emotions were constantly dismissed. Stop being dramatic, that's nothing, you're overreacting. These phrases were on repeat in your house. Your tears were annoying, your anger was a tantrum, your sadness was too much. Result, you now struggle to validate your own emotions. 3. You feel like a stranger in your own family. Even when physically present, you always felt out of place. Like you didn't belong, like you were too different. You'd watch other families and wonder, why does it look so natural for them when it feels so forced in my family? 4. You never had deep conversations with your parents. You talk about the weather, work, bills. But never about your dreams, fears, relationships, or how you're actually feeling. There's this invisible wall that prevents any real emotional intimacy. 5. You feel like you have to earn love. Love always came with conditions attached to your behavior. You only got attention when you got good grades, when you behaved perfectly, when you weren't too much trouble. Now you believe you have to be perfect to be loved. 6. You have major trust issues. If your own parents weren't emotionally available, how can you trust that anyone else will be? You build walls, keep your distance, because deep down you believe everyone will eventually abandon you emotionally. 7. You became the adult in the family way too early. You took care of younger siblings, comforted your mom when she cried, solved problems that weren't yours to solve. You lost your childhood being the emotional support your parents should have been for you. 8. You have an extreme fear of rejection. Any sign of disinterest from others paralyzes you. You'd rather pull away first than risk being rejected, because the rejection from your parents was so painful that you can't bear to relive it. 9. You feel like your achievements are never enough. No matter what you accomplish, it never seems good enough to get the recognition and pride you're desperately seeking. You achieve incredible things, but inside you still feel empty. 10. You struggle to express your needs. You don't know how to ask for what you need because you never learned that your needs mattered. You always put others first, shrink yourself down, because that's how you learn to exist, by being invisible. 11. You feel guilty for questioning your parents. They gave me everything, you think. How can I complain? But providing shelter, food, and clothes isn't the same as providing love. You can be grateful for physical care while still acknowledging the emotional care was missing. 12. You constantly seek validation from others. Since you never got validation at home, you desperately seek it from everyone else. You need likes, compliments, constant approval because there's this massive void inside that you're trying to fill. If you recognized yourself in several of these signs, I need you to know, this isn't your fault. You were a child who needed love, attention, and emotional care. It's completely valid to feel this pain. But I also want you to know that healing is possible. You can learn to give yourself the love you didn't receive, you can build healthy relationships, you can break this cycle. The first step is recognition, and you've already taken that step by watching this far. You're not alone in this journey. Drop a comment below, which of these signs hit you the hardest? And if this video helped you in any way, please share it with someone who needs to hear this too.